Today we're at the Oklahoma City Zoo and Botanical Garden, and I'm here with horticulture supervisor Lance Swearengin, and we've just worked with the City of Oklahoma City, the Oklahoma Cooperative Extension Service, and the Oklahoma City Zoo to put in a brand new water conservation demonstration area, and it fits right in with what the zoo is doing already with not only animal conservation but also plant conservation. So Lance, can you tell us a little bit about what's going on here in the garden?
Welcome to the zoo, Dr. Moss.
Thank you.
The mission at the zoo is animal, plant, and natural resource conservation. So the cornerstone of our botanical garden natural resource efforts are this water conservation garden. So here I want to show you a little bit about some perennials that we have that are drought tolerant and give you that nice color. This is Salvia gregii, which is Furman's red autumn sage. This is a drought tolerant semi-evergreen perennial that blooms all summer long and is a really great addition to give you the aesthetic appeal that we want in a drought tolerant garden. Also here we have some Yarrow, Achillea. This is moonshine cultivar, and then we also have a red velvet cultivar right here. But this is a herbaceous perennial. This blooms all summer long and is drought tolerant once established. So some really nice selections so you can get that color out of your drought tolerant garden.
So lots of sunlight coming in here. Is that important for these plants, Lance?
It is. They require full sun, but they can also require a little bit of shade too. But to get that nice bloom on them, you want to give them as much sun as you can.
All right, great. What else do you have through here?
We have Russian sage, which is one of my personal favorites. It's Perovskia atriplicofolia, and it has a nice scent to the foliage, so that adds some fragrance as well as a long bloom time. This will bloom all summer, and it is also a perennial, so it'll come back, and it's a nice water-wise plant to choose for your garden.
So talking about water-wise, you've called this the xeriscape garden, or the responsible water use garden, or water conservation garden, and there's lots of signs through here for education for your patrons that might walk through. And I see different areas of mulch and proper plant selection and everything. Now there's an interesting set of plants right through here which may not make it through the winters in Oklahoma. So can you tell me about these?
This is a portion of our cactus and agave collection that we have here at the zoo. Some of these are semi-hardy, just to about 10 degrees, but they do make nice specimen plants for the garden. We pull these in during the winter and we bring them out to display them during the summer months. We also have various blooming yucca in this garden, which yucca are a great choice for a perennial garden. They have a nice tall flower spike, and these plants just represent some nice specimens that you can use for your garden and to keep it drought tolerant.
So that's very interesting. The yuccas you can leave out in the landscape, but maybe some of these others you might have to bring them in for protection.
That's right.
So, Lance, what about this this rock area here? Is this natural? Is there something you put in?
These are natural rocks that are natural to the zoo when it was built, and this is what we consider our xeriscape garden, or our drought-tolerant garden. And so this is going to be a really nice addition to the botanical garden. Guests can come in and view our signage and choose some really nice drought-tolerant plants and get some really great ideas about how they can xeriscape their garden, save water, and also still beautify the landscape and have a lot of nice bloomers.
And you have some other beautiful landscaped areas, of course, all across the zoo, but tell me a little bit about this new hospital.
We have some new plantings there that I'd like to share with you, some drought-tolerant specimens that I think the viewers would really like to see.
Okay. So Lance, here we are at the hospital area. Lots of cool things for the patrons to see inside, but what about outside here? What about the plants? What do we have here?
Well, these are some of our drought-tolerant gardens that we put in here at the veterinary hospital. This is color guard yucca, Yucca filamentosa. And this kind of yucca really brings a lot of that color to the garden that you don't see in a lot of yuccas. And then here at the back we have red yucca, which is Hesperalo parviflora. And that's a really nice tall flower spike that gives you some height in the garden. And these are drought-tolerant selections that we chose to be more conservative in our water usage.
And I like the use of the mulch here, a nice 3-inch layer of mulch to hold the water in as well.
Yeah, and that cuts down on weeds also. So.
And then over here, a very nice area. What do we have here?
These are Shasta daisies. They're drought tolerant once established, and this is Leucanthemum superbum, and this cultivar is Becky. And so this is a really nice bloomer, and you know, deadheading these, removing the spent blooms will keep them blooming nicely all year. And then over here we have some Gaillardia. This cultivar is Arizona Sun. And also removing the spent flower heads on these will keep them blooming nicely through the summer. And these are drought tolerant once they're established.
Okay, appreciate it, Lance.
No problem.